Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks for meeting with me today. This is awesome. And
Yeah.
we've talked for over a year. We've talked about some of the things that you have planned for the youth in our community. But more importantly, you've been in this community your entire life, right?
Yep.
And the business you're in, and you're the president and CEO of Amy Livestock,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. And owner. Yeah.
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 Everything all bundled together.
Yeah.
And so, how long has the business been around?
Next year we're gonna celebrate our 150th year. The
No
state of
way.
California. We registered with them a couple years back, and we get our 150th year plaque
Oh, wow.
next year. Yeah.
So you beat out the city of Rio Vista. We're only
Barely.
131 or
Yeah.
132.
Just barely beat you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Had a
So
couple
there was
Amy's in
no
the
town here.
incorporation.
There's no
Uh,
town here at the time.
No, there was a town. It was so the family came over. The original Amy's came over to the U.S. in the what would have been early 1700s, so like 1708, 1709, and they settled in upstate New York. And they all had big families, 10 kids. Every kid had 10 kids, and so it was big families. And then in the 1870s is when my great grandfather came out and settled at what's the home ranch now on Amy Road.
How
He
many
was
children then?
he had 10.
Okay, I guess that
Yeah,
was the norm.
yeah, he had 10. But he had a brother who came out earlier in like the 1850s, and he was very active in the community and in the larger community as well. He ended up, I think he ended up retiring and living the rest of his life out at Oakland. But the Amy Ace Hardware in Sacramento is from his lineage.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of where that's from. But he was a very industrial guy and doing all sorts of businesses. Whereas my great grandfather, he wanted to farm. He got his little homestead and he farmed, and so he set down deep roots. The other guy was kind of bouncing around with his business.
Wonderful. And how many acres did you begin with and where are you today? I mean, you need a lot of grazing land, for instance.
Yeah, I mean that's a complicated question,
Okay.
and we don't necessarily like to give the number of how
Okay.
many acres, but we started with the homestead is about 1,300 acres. Like I said, it's right there off of Amy Road. It's a big red barn,
Yeah, right.
and
Seen that.
that's the original homestead. And then as families grow, people marry people, or leases come up, or cousins build a ranch, and then they retire and pass things on. And my grandpa, Dick Amy, he's the one that really kind of consolidated and grew it to what it is today. And so now the farm, we have pieces of ground between Rio Vista and Sassoon, and then all the way up towards Dixon and things too. And so it's a much bigger scale operation than it was. But originally, it was the classic homestead where you
Mm-hmm.
had every animal. It was self-sufficient. Even, I asked my grandpa about life during the Depression. He was born at the late stages of that, but he said that they weren't really lacking anything because they had food. They
Self-sustainable.
didn't have money, but they had food,
Right.
and so that
You
that
had
always,
food, you had water, you had the land, you had a homestead.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
what more do you really need? It's really what and I've told you this before about having a self-sustainable community. It's so
yeah,
very important to me. And that's why
yeah,
I've latched onto you guys because I think that you play into that whole model. I
yeah,
mean, there's going to be a community garden up here
yeah.
shortly, but what do you actually raise?
So we raise lamb, beef, and wool is the three products that we sell. We raise a lot of our beef goes to Snake River Farms, which is a Wagyu program. It's it's a cross between the purebred Wagyu bull and our American Angus cow that we run, and that we sell the calves to Snake River Farms, who then resells them all over the world. We also sell a lot of the other beef. Not all of our beef is that way. We sell it to pretty much the highest bidder,
Mm-hmm.
and that we'll sell those all over the Western United States, just depending on who has the most money for us at the time.
Right.
The lamb goes to Superior Farms in Dixon
Right.
as our main buyer, but then also we've developed a relationship with Nyman Ranch, who really values our community. For a long time they've been buying lambs and sourcing lambs from the Andersons, the McCormicks, the Hamiltons, and pretty much everybody in this area except for us. And a few years ago, we were able to kind of start a relationship with them and supply. So I'm pretty sure like something like 80% of the lamb that they sell is from the Montezuma Hills, and
Wow,
that's
really?
almost nationwide.
Wow, that's
So I mean, when you
amazing.
see Nyman Ranch on the menu, that's from Rio Vista most likely.
Okay,
So
great.
even the further out producers are, sitting in the Delta. So
No, I think you answered the question for
yeah,
many people, in that where
yeah.
can they get this meat? Because
Yeah, I mean
again, we want
Nyman
to.
Ranch, I would say, is your best bet if you want
Okay,
something local from Rio Vista. You see the Nyman Ranch logo. It's mostly going to be in food service, but I know like
hmm,
Berkeley Bowl and a couple places have it, and so but you look for Nyman Ranch on the menu, and you'll be having California, Solano County, Rio
all
Vista
right.
lamb. So yeah,
Right. And then Berkeley Bowl, that is my, if I want to get anything, that's where I go. It's Berkeley
well,
Bowl.
get the lamb there.
Yeah,
They got yeah,
okay.
they sell the lamb there.
Got it.
Yeah.
And if you want any type of mushroom that you could, as conceivable, you could get it there. I
Yeah,
always find
better
it
than the
just,
button mushrooms I pick out of the fields here.
oh, do you really?
Yeah,
I'm too afraid to eat mushrooms,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
yeah.
And so Kelly, your wife,
Hmm?
she deals with she does the wool because
No, she's an English teacher,
she's
so she teaches
right.
freshman English there at the high school, and then the wool. My daughter actually started crocheting when she was about 12 years old, and so we were buying a bunch of wool, or buying a bunch of yarn, and I was like, man, I should just go ahead and spin some of that myself. We have a ton of sheep with really nice wool, so we might as well
Yeah.
make it. So we launched our own little yarn line, and then we have some hats that are kind of made out of our wool. And anyway, we sell it at the museum uh, Christmas fair, and then we also sell it at the Lambtown market. They have
Okay,
a
so you're not fully commercial on that side, but
not
it
really. I
sounds
mean,
pretty fun.
it's self sustaining now, and
Yeah,
we
that's
paid
great.
off the money we put in to make it happen. But we can buy it on Etsy if you look up Amy Wools on Etsy or something like that. You'll or
Amy
Amy
Wools at Etsy.com.
on Etsy. Yeah, you just
Great.
search that up. Our website's amyfinewools.com, and you can buy on there direct too. But anyway, yeah, it's and then if you want, you can come by our office, and we have stuff out. You have to
Okay,
buy it online. We're not a retail shop, but
right.
if you wanted to look at it, you can
Can you
look at it.
buy any of your meats online?
No, we don't. So we produce and sell it to somebody, and then they do the marketing. So we
Okay,
really try to value ourselves as producers, producing the highest quality of life possible for our animals, and then we're reselling them. And those people are going to do the packing and the selling and the
sure,
distribution and
right.
all that stuff. Sales is a whole monster, and we're really good at raising animals, and we're not that good at bragging about ourselves.
Okay.
So we'll just let that
Well, I know
happen.
that Aaron Wilson, he's starting to jump into that
Yeah,
space a
he's
little
doing a
bit, which
great
is
job.
super cool. I really
Yeah,
like that idea.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we've helped him out a couple. We sold him a calf, and a couple more probably here in the future, just as he needs and as he grows his program.
Yeah, and I
We're excited to
understand
see
that
what he
that's
does.
the same beef that you produce as well as a mixture, right? I think he had mentioned to me that he has
The one we
half
sold him
Wagyu.
was a Wagyu calf. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a Wagyu calf. It got we shipped everything out, and we had a calf that got left behind, and so
Really?
we said, well, we'll sell it to Aaron if
Oh,
he
he
wants
must have
it.
been pretty
So
happy about that.
yeah, he got lucky. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's great. And of course, the audience, you all know that you could get the meat that Aaron Wilson produces at Haps Taps in those hamburgers, and I have to
yeah,
say those are the best hamburgers I've ever had.
yeah, they're good.
The forget the name of the one, but the one with the
I like the special they had with the avocado and all that.
oh
That
yeah,
was a good one. But yeah,
yeah, it's just it tastes so wonderful. Yeah, so that's really what else. What else is going on in the agricultural world? I mean, I'm really excited. I'm sorry to cut you off.
oh, you
I'm
good.
really excited because we're wrapping up our branding for the city, and I'm going to read it so I don't mess it up. But um, we are a vibrant, we consider ourselves a vibrant, unique, walkable riverfront community with a small town charm and agricultural roots. And that agricultural roots was one thing that we made sure we put in there. And it's
Yeah,
for much the reason, what you've been talking about 150
yeah,
years in the Montezuma Hills. It's so important that
yeah.
we keep that in our history and we cherish it as we move forward.
Yeah, I mean, we've been really blessed in Rio Vista, where if you look at a map of the Bay Area, all of these rural areas have been developed, and Rio Vista has kind of stood out as a spot that hasn't needed to. And I give a lot of thanks and credit to the discovery of natural gas and then the wind turbines coming in, where the financial stresses of agriculture didn't necessarily pressure the families the same way as like a Concord or a Brentwood or Oakley or one of those places did. And so we've benefited from that by being able to maintain our ag roots, and it's beautiful to see as the city grows to kind of incorporate that and merge it together with all of the new things that are coming in. And I mean, the jet ski races,
Right.
that's
And that idea comes
stuff
from the
like
whole
that.
idea that we all recognize that our river is our
Yeah,
most important asset. We have this history, but we know that the river is our largest asset. And how do
absolutely.
we take advantage of that?
Yeah,
And so that jet ski races, when it came up as an idea in one of our meetings, we were all over that. We said,
yeah.
we need to do this. Somebody approached our president for the Downtown Association last week and said, hey, we saw the jet ski races. We want to do, and I'm going to forget the name. What are
Oh,
those?
don't worry, it's on the record.
No, so ones where they're, and I'll
Uh,
cut this part, by the way. The surfing. It's
oh
surfing
yeah, yeah,
on
the
the,
wake
no,
skate thing or the
no,
surf, the
the underneath the ground.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the it's got that little motor and you step on it and picks you up and you surf.
Yes.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can cut the waves.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
surf, not surfing, but geez, so
yeah,
horrible.
I know what you're
But
talking
the
about.
boats do it.
Yeah.
The sailing boats
Hmm.
have that. Yeah. And that's, so they're saying we want to do that here in Rio Vista.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was really excited. Yesterday, I came back to town and crossing the bridge. I saw the first windsurfer in the Deepwater Channel on the north side of
Really?
the bridge. I haven't seen one since I was a kid. It used to be, I mean, loaded with
That's what I
windsurfers
heard.
over
I wasn't around at the
growing up,
time.
and I have not seen one in the Deepwater Channel till yesterday. I was so excited to see that big red sail out there going at it. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why. I mean, I've heard differing reasons, but I guess it's just more peaceful down at
You
Sherman
got to ask
Island.
those windsurfers. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. I
I
mean,
just remember
Kevin, all
looking at
them
it.
should know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is cool. Is there anything else that we could talk about?
I no, I mean I'm excited for the like I said the city and what's happening. It's neat to see the activity everywhere. Activity uh, means things are happening, and there's always going to be questions or things that arise whenever things are moving. But when things are moving, that means everybody's thinking and progressing and talking about it, and it's really
Yeah.
exciting to see the city
Yeah.
really kind of entering a new era.
Hmm.
The economics have changed over the last 10, 20 years. The dynamic of the community has changed a little bit, and it's really neat. I feel like we're finally finding our feet again
I think
and
so.
running, and it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, and I thank you for the support. That's so awesome.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's honest, Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. That's appreciated.
Cool.
Just trying to get stuff done.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you,
All right.
Mayor.
Thank you. No, thank you, Ryan.
Take care.